Hello everyone, Eden Anarchy here, and today we're going to discuss a subject that is very close to my colon, for lack of better terms. When it comes to traveling to conventions when you have food allergies or dietary restrictions. This is a subject I've been asked to cover a couple of times, and instead of writing out a huge long post that's as long-winded as I am, I figured it'd be better just to make a short little video. Well, I do this two different ways. I found out in 2005 when I went to my first convention, Anime Week in Atlanta, that there was really not any food around that was safe for people with shellfish allergies. I ended up having to eat at the Subway in the food court the whole weekend. And I said I wasn't going to do that again. So these are my two different tips, I guess, that you can use when you're traveling to conventions to make sure you have food that is not only safe for you, but also helps with the cost of conventions. My first is bring your own. And, whew, it's getting bright outside. Okay, bringing your own, either if you're in a hotel room or if you're doing a day trip. When you're in a hotel room, make sure you get a hotel room that has a small refrigerator in it, a microwave, things like that. You can even see if there's a residence inn in the area. That way you can actually cook your own food while you're there if you want to. And the fridge will let you just put whatever you need to in it. The other is, while you're doing that, you can do this during the day, or if it's just a day trip, this works too. Insulated lunch bag. This came from the World of Coca-Cola in Atlanta a couple of years ago, but it's insulated. You can put your lunch in one of these things right here, along with a bottled drink of choice, and take Ziploc bags full of ice and put them down both sides. And then this right here can fit in either your backpack or your swag bag for whatever you buy out of the vending rooms and stuff. And then that way you get to be social with your friends who are overpaying for food in the food court, but still be safe with what you're eating. And the other one that I do is I research what foods are in the area. Say I'm going to Anime Week in Atlanta, or Dragon Con, or MomoCon, or any of the Atlanta type stuff. I don't live in Atlanta, so I don't really know the layout of food, what kinds of foods are available, and you can Google it and find out what food's around. I know that if I go to Wendy's, I can get a burger without a bun, and that's no carbs, and I don't have to worry about going over my carb count for the day. I can still keep that part of my diet. Or researching what is cooked near what at restaurants, because some restaurants do what's called a common grill, and that's where they literally cook everything on the same grill, which I found out the hard way that Applebee's does that, along with a lot of other restaurants of that style. And even getting grilled chicken meant that it was cooked near shrimp, and I got sick. And so you can find these out on these companies' websites, or you can actually call the store themselves and find out how they cook their food. And they tell you, because they don't want any liabilities. They don't want to get anybody sick and have to have the ER called and stuff. But, EMS. Bleh. But, the restaurants are going to be willing to do what you need to have done. And if you want to be able to have social meals with friends like that, find a place that everybody agrees on eating at, and make sure it's something that you're going to at least have something on the menu that will accommodate what you need. And usually that's what I do. I pack my lunch, and that way it stays cool up till lunchtime because of all the ice in the bags. And then I have a specific place set out for dinner that me and my friends will go to, where all of us can eat together and nobody has to worry about allergies or breaking their diets or anything like that. And let me see, did I have anything else to say about that? Oh yeah, if you don't know the restaurant type, and if the food's any good, because you're from a different area maybe and you've never heard of that restaurant before, feel free to ask on like one of the Facebook groups of the convention. Be like, has anybody ate at so-and-so's restaurant before? I'm going to the con this year and they're friendly to my allergies, but I've never had their food before. Is it worth the price? And usually with the groups like that, people are very good about giving you honest answers. So I guess that's my rant about eating at cons. You can take your own and make sure everything's packed up and it's going to stay nice and cool, and that's going to save you a good chunk of money. Or you find restaurants that are going to have menu items that are compatible with what you're allowed to eat or what your dietary needs are. And yeah, I don't know what else to add to this, so I'll just say have a good day.